You're listening to the October 25th, 2014 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling with the Federation of Light.
Here we are once more. Hello. I'm keen to carry on with the current topic of nothing matters. Trusting that's okay?
Benevolent greetings to each one. Indeed, we are also keen to assure you of reasonings behind matters that don't matter.
My word, you're in fine fettle this morning. So, onwards. Many have written in asking me to address the issue of karma and how that all ties in with this subject. Off you go.
We have spoken to you before regarding issues of this nature, in that one does not get away with anything. For that which one gives out, be it of loving kindness or be it of abuse to the soul in its many forms, one receives back 1,000-fold.
So then surely that would matter. If one was full of hatred and spent their lifetime offering hate, when they passed over, how miserable it would be to receive all that they had given out, 1,000-fold. That would matter to that soul, wouldn't it? It would matter to them then that they'd not chosen to offer love.
Yet they chose hate for that lifetime, to learn lessons, to experience that side of things, from that vantage point. Having learned that lesson, they may well go on to another lifetime and offer only love of the highest frequency, knowing they know from a deeper soul perspective. Let us look at choosing, shall we? One can choose to be anything, anyone, that suits them at that time. In general, one follows their heart, and the pathway in which that takes them determines how much or how little they benefit.
So one who is choosing the dodgier side of life, are they following their heart?
Indeed, because their heart may be full of hatred or greed.
What does that make them feel good?
On a superficial level. Yet, deep down, their true being would know that this is not who they truly are.
Does that matter?
No, because you are in the game. One can be very competitive whilst playing a game and feel the need to always win and come out on top. Or one can just accept that it is just a game, and it matters not who wins or loses.
That's all very well when playing Scrabble. Yet when playing with our souls, it seems rather callous.
Who is playing with your souls?
Oh, you tell me.
You. You are playing the game. Please understand that we, nor anyone else, did not capture you and force you to be in it. You lined up in your droves, asking, some begging, to be chosen to be part of it. For from the level of understanding that you had before beginning the game, you knew how much it would benefit the whole. And we mean the whole. With the greatest of respect, we ask you to recall that you chose to be here, to be in this game of life, to be of service in this way.
I'm trying to get this, I really am. And just when I think I'm getting it, I lose it, because another question arises. If we're here to be of service to the whole, how can how we behave not matter?
It does.
Ah, ha! Gotcha. You said nothing matters.
It doesn't. The fact is, freedom of choice. You can choose to let it matter if you want to. It doesn't matter either way, whether you choose to let it matter or not.
Then how are we being of service if it doesn't matter one way or the other?
Because you are playing out the game.
Is there a point, a purpose to the game?
No.
Shall I bother to carry on with this?
If you choose.
Some of me wants to walk away, to quit. For where is this getting us? Where is this getting anyone? How is it helping us to become lighter? It's confusing many and therefore lowering the vibration. Yet I so want to get to the bottom of this, and I am enjoying the challenge.
Then let us continue. The game is an experiment, as we have said.
And in my early conversation with you, you said the experiment had gone horribly wrong.
It has. We could not foresee its outcome, for it had never been done before. The same with any experiments. Some are successful, and some are not. So, one keeps trying until they get the required result.
So, the required result of this game is...
to see what a soul in human form can accomplish when left to their own devices. Yet, it does not matter, because at the end of the day, you are love in its highest form. That is who you are. You have come to play out, to act out, to see what can be felt, to see how you can become yourself in all the trillions upon trillions of different forms.
Then where does this matter of us and Mother Earth moving into the fifth dimension come into it? You say that's what we came here to do.
This is correct, and this will be accomplished. It is on the game board. As one continues up the ladder, one reaches certain markers on the board. This is the divine plan.
The divine plan is a board game?
In a sense, yes.
And the dice?
Your choices.
Bingo. Well played, I get that. Could we go back to the karmic thing, though? Because these are our feelings that are being flung about here. It would matter to me how I'd behaved on Earth. It would matter to me how I chose to treat another.
Why?
I can sense you're not asking why flippantly, yet to get me to where I'm going.
Correct. Why does it matter to you how you treat another?
Because my heart would hurt if I did not offer love to myself or someone else.
Therefore, you choose to be a soul that desires to come from a loving disposition. You choose it because it suits you and feels right.
Yes.
Let us try another tactic to help you understand.
Oh, good luck with that.
Imagine for a moment that you are not of the game. You are a free spirit without form, looking down upon a very large board game. This game consists of many, many players, little people, some with hats on, some tall, some short. Yet, look upon them as figurines on a board. The game begins, Everyone has the same goal: to finish the game, to get to the top of the board. There are no instructions, no rules.
I'm so sorry to keep interrupting, yet you said in the past that there are universal laws. We've discussed this before, and when they're broken, there are repercussions, i.e., the karmic thing.
Dearest, dearest soul, one who is trying so hard to make sense of this, how we love and admire your determination to get it. Every little bit of it. Not one lifetime, not 20, not 100 lifetimes would enable you to understand it all. For every question that arises with these teachings allows 50,000 more to unfold. As hard as this may hit you, we ask that you allow some things to absorb through your being and allow time,
of which there is none,
to unfold some of life's mysteries.
That sounds a great idea to me. It all gets so confusing. I know I'm not the only one. I wish I could set you up with an email address, and you could deal with some of the emails from those feeling the same as I do. Okay, back to being out of our bodies and looking down at the game.
The game began. One moves up, one moves down, through choices made. As one looks down from a higher perspective upon the board, they can see certain landmarks that are there to be accomplished as one reaches them. Is it not so that through choice one repeats old patterns? They are simply, as we have referred to before, climbing the ladder or slipping down the snake to the same old. When choosing not to repeat, when choosing to move higher, one finds new challenges, more pleasurable ones. Keep looking down from above at those little figures, playing a game of making choices, from which is determined the direction they move on the board. Little figures on a board, playing a game.
Little figures with feelings.
Yet, the higher they choose to move up, the more loving the feelings become. The more loving the feelings become, the less one chooses to repeat patterns. As one moves nearer and nearer to the top, to the home space, the determination to get there increases. Yet, from the above, out of the game viewpoint, one can see that time doesn't matter in this game. One does not have to reach a landmark by Saturday, 25th November, 5010. They are simply moving toward the landmark. They choose when they reach that point, through the choices they make. They choose how to feel as they play the game. Those little figures choose how to feel. Good or bad, high or low, happy or sad, as they move up the ladders. It doesn't matter what they feel. It is their choice to feel anything they choose. When you are looking down on the game, you observe these figurines. You don't judge them for their movements. You desire only for each one to learn how the game works. Each one shall finish. There is no question of that. Each one shall move up the ladder at their own pace, through their own choices. You see, it doesn't matter. the game shall see itself through, no matter what. We feel this is enough to absorb for today.
You think? Again, my friends, thank you. Thank you for your patience. We shall resume again soon. Love ya.
And we, as we observe your comings and goings, love each one of you.
In love and thanks.